This is Eitan Erkowitz at the Peterson Institute for International Economics. Joined with me is Clyde Hufbauer, Senior Fellow at the Institute. Thank you for joining me, Gary.
Thanks.
So the Trump administration recently announced that they're considering new ways of measuring the United States trade balance with the rest of the world. How does the United States currently measure its trade balance?
Well, we take all the goods and services, I want to emphasize services, that we import from other countries, and we take all the goods and services that we export to other countries, and the difference between imports and exports is the trade deficit as currently measured. And the current number is about $500 billion deficit annually. That was true in 2015, 2016, and probably be pretty much the same in 2017.
So what are the changes that the administration proposed?
Well, they're now saying they never intended to do that, but what they were considering was to take goods which are imported into the United States, typically in bulk, like a lot of iPhones or maybe a lot of cars, and then some of them are exported to other countries, often to Canada or Mexico, but it could be to Brazil or wherever. They were going to take those exports from this stuff which was imported and never was, manufactured or nothing done in the United States. They're going to take those re-exports and knock them out of the export total. Well, that's an interesting idea, but what they weren't going to do is take the imports and knock them out of the import total. So you'd have still all the imports coming in, you'd have fewer exports, and things would look worse. And this is an administration which is very fixated on the trade deficit. So for them, a worse number gives them more ammunition to go after it.
Well, would this have been an unprecedented move? Are there any other countries that do anything like this, that measure the trade balance this way?
No, I mean, this is completely off the map, and I assume that's why they dropped it. I mean, it's completely inconsistent with the way statistics are done internationally. There are little things on which we differ from foreign countries. The trade figures don't always match up that we do and they do, but this was a huge deviation.
So since the administration is so focused on reducing the trade deficit, what do you think they should do in order to reduce the trade deficit?
Well, just to state what they are talking about doing, they're talking about renegotiating NAFTA with a view to compelling Mexico to reduce its trade surplus with the United States, which is our trade deficit with Mexico. That figure is about $60 billion. They want to bring it down. They also want to do something with China, where the figure is about $300 billion annually, and with Germany, where the figure is about $70 billion. So they want to go after it trade agreement by trade agreement. As far as I know, very, very few economists agree that that will work. If you squeeze the deficit with Mexico, you will then probably enlarge with another country which can produce similar goods that we no longer import from Mexico, and the overall deficit will be the same. The only way you can really reduce the deficit, which reflects more spending by the United States than we produce in the United States, is to produce more or change the exchange rate, that is, devalue the dollar so that our goods are cheaper abroad than they are currently, and foreigners want to buy more of them. Those are big macroeconomic changes. That's not what this administration is talking about.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you.